Over 4 years ago, I produced my first video as it relates to artificial intelligence. It was titled AI and, of course, the AI tutor. And let me say that in that presentation, I articulated the need for teachers, real teachers. And within that context, I've seen the landscape change. Yes, 4 years has been a lot to think about. In the last 2 years, we have had so many things developing, to the point that many individuals, wherever I talk, could be the Caribbean or Europe or wherever, they're asking the question. The question is, will the AI replace me as a teacher? This morning, someone asked me the question, do you think that the course I am teaching now at my current university could be replaced with an AI tutor? And I defended myself to some extent. Yes, because I told him, based on my experience in the last semester, I was needed more than ever. The reality is that what I saw and experienced told me indirectly that I am very essential in the teaching and learning process. So let me get back to the point. Why do we need teachers or professors or just mentors to guide people along? AI can't do that, can it? Human connection. Ever since I know myself, I've always enjoyed the teacher's comment. Personal comment. If there is a grade in the book, yes, but if the teacher says, you know what, you did well and talks to me personally, I feel good. The human connection is important. Teachers provide emotional support, empathy, and understanding that fosters a connection to students that AI cannot give or replicate. The reality is that if it tries, it is not human. And that's the first thing we have to understand. It has no feelings. It has no empathy. So if an AI says it's sorry, it's not sorry about anything because it has no emotions. Now, critical thinking. Teachers are needed more than ever. Just think about critical thinking, which seems to be lacking. Many individuals have stated that students cannot think critically. We have to allow them to develop these skills. Teachers help students to develop critical thinking skills by encouraging them to question, analyze, and understand complex issues that goes beyond AI. That is the reality. Now, let us look at adaptability. Teachers can adapt their teaching methods to suit different learning styles, and it can be done right away. I can ask a series of questions and enhance the student learning process. I can provide personalized learning instructions based on that situation. Now, let us talk about ethics. There seems to be a movement away from ethics in AI. Therefore, teachers will play a critical role in instilling value, ethics, and social responsibility that the major tech firms and companies and some government organizations have refused to address. Guiding students on how to use AI and technology in a responsible way, which seems to be very lacking, and hence we have the crisis that we have in some countries. Now, contextual understanding. Teachers bring the real world into the classroom, into the lesson. Something can happen outside of the classroom within an hour, and the teacher will use that experience as a learning one, making learning relevant and, of course, relatable to the context, to the time, and to how students are feeling at that same moment. AI might have the potential to replicate certain things, but it will lack the basic experience. It has no feelings, it has no emotions. Providing guidance to the context. I've always said that sometimes teachers take on a social work perspective because they're so attached to their students. It's important to understand that there's an element of social interaction that enhances learning. And if you look at theories before, individuals that have less contact with human beings, and of course the boy of Alvaron, we know that story, had no human connection and did not develop language. We have to be very aware of the importance of human interaction. Teachers in general foster creativity that goes beyond imagination to some extent. They offer problem solving to students and of course use their human dignity and integrity to really support students, and that surpasses AI capabilities. Classroom management, but the teacher's presence in many cases, I say many cases, not all, fosters a sense of classroom management And teacher, of course, can address the behavior. The presence of a teacher will enhance the learning environment. Remember, teaching again is a social interaction that requires human judgment and intervention. The teacher is a navigator. The teacher is, of course, someone that is going to be there consistently to guide students. We just need to respect the teacher's role. Let me also remind you that many of these companies and organizations that are advocating for AI, they're big bosses, don't allow their children to have access to certain forms of application or technology, or they limit their use of technology. Just be mindful of that. They know something based on research and their addictive algorithms out there that they don't want their child to be a part of. Just remember that. Now, curriculum. The teacher's role is essential in developing and refining curricula to ensure it meets the educational standards and needs of the society. Just imagine these companies that are in charge of these AI systems want to run their systems so they integrate algorithms that's focused on their needs rather than societal needs. Remember, these companies have not, and the reality is, they have not developed this technology to save humanity. Humanity is secondary, but the profit is, of course, first. That is my perspective. Look at the technologies that have been produced and look at the movement towards our data protection. If they cared so much about our data protection, then why do we have so many breaches, and why don't they care about transparency as it relates to the data? Many of them are profit making rather than protecting us as individuals. And if you doubt that point, just think about innovation. Having looked at the curriculum, teachers have a role in connecting students to becoming lifelong learners, demonstrating the importance of continuous education and professional growth, including teachers, professors, instructors, and of course professional development specialists have a part to play. But as we go forward, let us use the technology that has been designed to assist us in delivering effective, engaging, and of course, courses that can allow students to become lifelong learners. That's all for now.